Welcome to Vatsana's kitchen. Today we're gonna make egg rolls. Tell them what we got.
All right, so we're making pork egg rolls today. Ground pork.
Ground pork,
We have some mushroom seasoning,
umami.
kosher salt.
Mm-hmm.
We have white pepper, an egg, one yellow onion, some stocking vermicelli rice bean thread
Pink
noodles.
stocking vermicelli rice noodles.
Actually, I don't think that it's rice. I think it's just bean thread noodles. It's mung bean noodles.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Our
Bean
kitchen
thread
hack
noodles.
of the day, coleslaw.
Coleslaw, which I think consists of white cabbage, purple cabbage, carrots. Easy. We don't have to chop.
Spring roll wrappers.
And spring roll wrappers. Now this is what you want to get. We don't want to use the wonton because,
well, these fry up, golden, delicious, crispy.
Yep.
And it really is, the texture that we're looking for. And some oyster sauce.
some little oyster sauce. All right, so now we're gonna mix this all together. We're gonna make our version of what we call egg roll, growing up.
Yes.
And then we're gonna show you a little tweak, a little Alfredo egg roll that I came up with. Stay tuned. All right, so what we got here is we got our vermicelli noodles, rice noodles, I think, right?
Nope, bean thread noodles.
Bean thread noodles. We have to soak this in warm water for like 30 minutes because right now it's hard.
Now, you really want to use warm water or even cold water, not boiling hot water.
Right.
Don't want to overcook them.
Right, exactly. We don't want mushy noodles. Now you take them out this pink netting here, package open, looks just like this. Dump it in warm water, which we have here, soaking, and then while that's soaking, we're gonna get the rest of our ingredients. Look,
Wait. Let's not forget, you hate waste just as much as I do.
I do.
And, what's the best way to repurpose this pink netting?
Come on, man. You know what it is? Pink Ninja.
Pink Ninja, baby.
There it is. There's a better way?
There probably is, but this is the best.
This is the best way. All right, so now we're gonna get our noodles soaked and then we're gonna get our ingredients all mixed up and we'll show you how to do that. All right, so now we got the noodles drained and we're gonna put it in this bowl. So while my brother is mixing up all these ingredients, I'm gonna chop this sweet onion to go in that mixture. So Lon, go ahead and take the show while I cut this up.
Just gonna do a little food safety here. Put on my gloves.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
So first thing we want to add to the show is going to be, you know what? Let's do the pork. Because this gives me a better kind of guide, I guess.
Why is that?
How much I want to season.
The pork first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Because,
okay.
I don't really know how much seasoning I want to put into this.
I got you.
Yeah.
You want thin slices on these onions, you said?
Yeah, you know what? Anytime that you are doing vegetables, you want to kind of keep them, about the same size.
Okay.
So these are sliced pretty thin. Let's go ahead and slice those onions pretty thin as well. All right. Now, if you've known me, I don't really measure when I cook. It's more like by feel. But
how you feeling today?
go ahead and season it the way you feel like it needs to taste. We do want this little salty, little spicy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
And let's
almost cut
open
my
this
fingers.
up. Oh, will you open this up for me, please?
Ah, of course. That's why I got these.
All right, I got you. Okay. A little
I am
oyster
married,
sauce.
ladies. I'm sorry. All right. Tina would appreciate that.
And one egg.
One egg. Why the egg?
Oh.
And you broke the shell.
It's okay. We can recover from this. It's not a big deal. Make sure you get all the eggshells out of your mix.
Well, first what you want to do is what I did on the last episode. I cracked my egg in a bowl first before I actually put it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a better idea. I didn't do that this time, but now we know.
All right.
All right. So I've got everything in here.
You got everything in there? When you want this noodle?
I'm gonna incorporate the seasoning into the meat first.
Okay.
I think it'll be easier to then evenly distribute it into the noodles.
So now you got these
yeah, mixing in the noodles here.
This is going in.
Yep.
How about the coleslaw? When you want the coleslaw? Coleslaw slaw. Now remember, our coleslaw slaw is mixed with carrots, a lot of white cabbage, and a little bit of red cabbage because I'm pretty sure they're more expensive than white cabbage.
So let's go ahead and pour everything else in there, please.
All right. So we got our cabbage coleslaw mix. You want another bag, or we go with that one?
Yep.
Another one?
Yep.
All right.
And I don't measure. So
that's good.
That's good.
That seems like a lot of onions.
So I'm gonna go ahead and mix these all up. Try to get all the ingredients just really evenly distributed.
So now he's mixing this all up, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little piece of it, pan sear it, or you know, if you don't have that access, you can microwave it. You know, 2-3 minutes. I don't know what it is to cook the pork, but cook it, then taste it. And if you need to add a little bit more, add a little bit more. But always do that step because you don't want to waste this batch of goodness right here.
So when you buy these spring roll wrappers, they do come frozen. You have to defrost them. Just leave them out. Usually good in about 30 to 40 minutes. But what happens is because they're frozen, they always come out waterlogged, and you can kind of see that right here. So the first 1 or 2 layers aren't that good, so we're just gonna remove those. But those aren't bad.
Nah, I know what I did with them when I was a kid.
I mean, I loved when Mama ate rolls.
I ate them.
Yeah, just a chance to put in some raw egg roll wrappers.
Talking about kids, never introduced this guy. He just showed up and out of nowhere. This is my son Josiah. A little shy, which is fine, but he's a better egg roll roller than I am. So I'm just gonna learn from him while eating these egg rolls.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move these out the way. I still see I have some little waterlogged egg roll wrappers here.
I'll make sure they don't go to waste.
Well, yeah, you can take those.
Yep.
I'm gonna take this next one. All right, Josiah. So this is what we're gonna do.
I'll take one.
Yes, please.
Let's move. Give us the room.
Yeah.
All right.
So go ahead and lay them out a diamond in front of you. Okay, and then just kind of notice that that middle line there in front. We're gonna be working back here to roll. I'm gonna take a spoonful of our filling and just dump it in that back half.
Sure, that's enough.
For what we want, yes. And
I guess for a big guy like me, I kind of.
you want more.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, but I understand patience.
But there's a method to this madness.
Okay.
Okay, so your immediate instinct is to go ahead and want to spread this out into an egg roll form. I recommend not doing that. The reason is one of an egg roll's worst enemies is air. So we want to squeeze all the air out of the egg roll while we're rolling it. Yep. So just go ahead and leave it in that ball form. Pull that bottom flap over the top, and then kind of pull down and squeeze out all that air as you're doing it. And while you're doing it, it just naturally...
So then you're forming the shape right now?
Yeah, it naturally forms the shape for you. Okay, so you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yep.
All right, so now gently go ahead and roll it forward. And again, when you about hit that halfway mark,
Let me
fold
guess.
over the sides.
Go ahead.
Fold over the sides. And then keep rolling forward. All right. We have a little flap here. We have some beaten egg here. I'm going to go ahead and...
Now, these beaten eggs for what? Is like glue to us?
Yes, it is the glue. It's going to seal the rest of this egg roll. And...
Now, why does it have to be wrapped so tight? Why is it that we're doing it this way?
So I mentioned earlier, air are the enemies of egg rolls. What happens is when you throw the egg rolls into the oil, all the moisture from the pork, from the vegetables are gonna just start steaming and cooking inside, which is what we want. But if you have too much of it and you already have air into it, it's gonna cause your egg rolls to explode. We don't want them to explode and bust, oil to get in there. So this way we just keep everything nice and tight.
Okay. All right. So here I'm gonna show my brother how to make this chicken Alfredo stuffing that I came up with for the egg roll. So basically what we got right now, we got mozzarella cheese, shredded, buy it from the bag. You don't have to do anything special about it, right? And then I got chicken right here that I've already pan-seared and cooked all the way through.
Wait, before you continue, I just want to say that's a beautiful sear on that chicken.
It is.
How did you do that?
I asked my wife to do it.
Okay, let's keep moving.
She went to school for it, not me. But she made it. She did it right. All right. So what I do is I'm gonna slice it. Now I can cut, and I want to get it to a chunk. Now for our egg roll we did ground pork, so it was like you to mix. So here I don't want to get it too small because I still want you to know that it is chicken breast.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cut it that way, and I'm gonna give it another slice here, almost cube-like. Right? Nothing fancy at all. Boom.
Okay,
right?
so you got a rough cube, rough mince on that.
A little bit of salt is fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So now put that in with the mozzarella, and then
I don't know, me just looking at it, it's like throwing hot chicken into cheese is gonna melt it already.
Of course, you know it's not hot.
I know.
That is
I mean,
cold
I
chicken.
know it's not hot.
My
but-
wife pre-cooked it. All
Okay,
right.
so
Audience, know that this is cooled down chicken and mozzarella.
okay.
All right. So next, I add a little bit of garlic powder because Parmesan ain't nothing but garlic powder or garlic.
What?
Garlic. That's what I said. All right. And then your favorite store-bought Alfredo sauce. I like this one, home style, right? And I want to add a little bit now. I don't want it to be too liquidy. I want it to be a little bit thick. I want it to have the same consistency as our egg roll filling that we did earlier.
Yeah, I was concerned about that, and I'm glad that you brought that up because, you know, you mentioned the Alfredo, and I know, most people are like me.
Saucy.
They like the Alfredo.
Yeah,
love
saucy.
it saucy, love it cheesy. So how is this gonna translate?
Yep.
So you said not too much, just enough to evenly cover?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's just enough. So go ahead and mix that up for me.
Okay.
And then we'll see where we're at on consistency.
So
Does that feel like our filling?
it actually does. The cheese kind of steps in for all those vegetables, all those noodles.
Now
that
you
we
didn't
did.
notice I didn't add any salt or any pepper because most of it came already with this Alfredo sauce.
Yep, this is pretty sticky.
All
So
right.
yeah, it's gonna make a good filling.
All right, so you're gonna be my spoon, and I'm gonna be the wrapper.
Go ahead and put about a little golf ball size worth. And when this is the point where you kind of want to squeeze all that air out.
Ah, I see what you did. You roll back.
Yeah, I roll back,
okay.
squeeze all that air out, then roll it forward. Okay, when you get about the halfway mark, you know, you feel,
Find that in.
you kind of feel it. It is about hand width. Then you fold it in.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Now you know.
Roll.
I think you know to do the rest. Yep, just roll it forward.
All right.
Keep it as tight as possible.
Bam.
And done. Perfect egg roll.
My hand's a little big. All right, like I said before, we were getting our oil started. Now it reached about 350. So we're gonna throw our first batch of egg rolls in. We don't want to crowd it too much. So go ahead, we're gonna put about 3 or 4 in there. Go ahead, my son's gonna drop some in. You see that? How it sizzle and boil. Oh, that's just amazing. Now, of course, you're gonna expect this oil to drop temperature a little bit. So again, we just wanna keep it around that temperature. Sorry for the beeping noise, but my thermometer's telling me that we're good.
So when you're cooking, I've been told you have to use all your senses. Smell, the sight, and the sound. And what are we listening for?
So, I guess as far as listening, I'm listening to the sizzling, the bubbling of the air, right? As it becomes less frequent, that's when you know that the oil has pretty much cooked off all the liquids and steam that's in there. And so that's when you know it's like perfect time to come off. But as far as sight, less bubble action, of course. As far as smell, the It's gonna smell the same. It's gonna smell fried food.
So, I mean,
It'll be good.
It looks golden brown to me. How come it's not cooked yet?
I don't know. I just know that when it gets there, it'll get there. It's close to there, right?
It's close to there.
Again, we're not professionals. we're claiming in no way that we're professional. But definitely it'll get golden brown. It'll somewhat float, right? With
Okay.
the
So
oil.
usually when it's cooked, it floats. I got you. Okay.
Mhm.
So just like anything, or just like steak, I should say, when you take it off the heat, it's gonna continue cooking. You're gonna have that residual cooking,
Oh yeah.
and you can already actually see it start happening now. Started
Alright.
getting darker immediately after I put it off the oil.
All right. So now that we got our egg rolls all fried up, I can't tell which one is Alfredo and which one is pork stuffing, but I can definitely tell you they're both good, right?
Yes, definitely. I have tasted both of them. Amazing.
Yep. Now this is our sweet and sour sauce out the bottle. For those that know what it is, you know what it is. And those that don't, check your grocery aisles on the Oriental section. You'll find it. It's sweet and sour, has a little bit of carrots, chili, garlic,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Or you can make your own. Google it. Right? And here's some of the stuff that my brother made. Of course, you're gonna burn it. You know, he burned a lot of egg rolls. So I made the perfect one.
It's okay. They're all gonna taste good.
All right, so let's dip and let's dig in.
Let's have a taste.
Right? We'll tell you how it tastes right here. Mm. Mm.
Tastes like every party I've ever been to.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Waffle.